Hey guys, welcome to the first official video of SPR Garage, and today we're working on this 2010 Mazda 3. It has a bit of an ABS problem. So we're going to fix it, we're going to get it driving right, we're going to get it out here and get it sold. Alright, now the ABS is sadly located in a very inconvenient place. It's not something you can immediately get to. The ABS is stuck behind the battery tray. Now, there should be a lid on this. There isn't one now. It's a pre-owned, so you have to remove the battery tray, and you also have to disconnect the ECU and take it out with it, because the ECU is mounted on the side of the battery tray. There we go. You see it right there. They have it behind the battery tray and the battery and the ECU. So we're going to get to work on pulling those out, and then I have a new used ABS from a similar model. That way we don't got to worry about reprogramming it or anything. Then I'm going to swap in, and hopefully, cross our fingers, that fixes the ABS problem. So now this part came from a used parts yard, so obviously they didn't take it off the best way or the correct way. They just cut it out and took the bolts out. Now, the thing that is wrong with this car is not the pump, it's the module. Because I tried to run the ABS to see if it was working, and it was like it wasn't communicating, which tells me there's something wrong in the computer. Alright, and with a little bit of YouTube magic, I guess, we got the battery tray out and on, well, battery on chair, tray on floor, and ECU. Now we got that out, and we can see right at our ABS pump and module. Now I gotta obviously undo a few of these lines, and well, I also got to clean off all the old stuff, and that one right there, which I'm about to go do. Oh, I understand they need to be on there tight, but good lord, that was a bit crazy. Figure out the best angle to do this without hurting myself. Oh my god. Give it a little bit of a CPR press. I'm gonna do the old interlock. Because it does not want to budge. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Who tightened this brake? Oh! Who tightened that brake line? Jeez. Alright. Well, at least now it's ready to go in the car whenever. Here, let's pan you up to, me. Hi. At least now it's ready to go into the car. Oh lord. Well, we're just gonna jump over the car. So. Dear Ford, I know you leave Mazda stuff to Mazda people, but why would you put it in a location that requires you to do the weirdest crap? Why is the ABS stuck behind the strut tower, behind the battery box, behind the battery, underneath the cowl? I understand you're trying to make the vehicle as small as possible for fuel economy. But when you make it hard to work on things, it's kind of ridiculous. That's why not much of this is going to be in the video. Because out of the 6 brake lines I have disconnected, I've only got one. Hey guys, and we're back on day 2. I was hoping to get it done on day 1, but it is now day 2. And finally got it out. Not the way I wanted though. That one flare nut did not want to come out, so I resorted to unprofessional ways. Yeah. My choices were either heat it up and see if it would loosen, freeze it to see if it would shrink, or just do that. I went for the quicker option. So, now that that's out, I have to fix the brake line, which luckily I have enough to put a new nut on there and flare it out. So, that's good. Boing. So, I got to cut one of the old flare nuts off, or like the tubing out of this one from the new ABS, so I can just reuse this. That way I don't have to spend any more money, clean up the threads and whatnot, because there's a little bit of rust in there, and hopefully get it fixed and finished today. Why aren't you focusing? Focus, come on. I need a better camera. But we're gonna get to work. Alright, well, we finally got the ABS out, and was not easy. Had to fix a brake line, and once this car gets sold, I'm buying a new brake line tool, because that one did the job, but it was a bit of a pain. So, alright, we got the old one here, and then the new used one here. Both say forward on the back. Made in Hungary. Speaking of which, I'm hungry. Sorry, stupid joke. But yep, we're gonna pop this one in, and hopefully this solves our issue. It should, but there's always that percentage that it doesn't. So because that's tucked in there so in a horrible way, went and bought some tools. And now normally they don't have this notch in them, but as a mechanic, sometimes you got to become innovative. Just make your own tools out of other tools. Hey guys, it is now day 3 working on this, but we're about done, so that's good. Just gotta, now to the point where we just gotta take the battery tray, put it back in, take the battery, put it back in, and connect everything back up, and put some brake fluid in there, because obviously we leaked some, and then test it out. Obviously bleed the brakes and whatnot. So yeah, let's get to it. See what happens here. Door ajar. ABS lights are gone. Now when I push this button, the DSC, which is the traction control, it should. Supposed to be a light that pops up there, but I guess we'll find out when I take it for a spin. Ooh. Yeah. Massive air in the brakes. But I did have to disconnect it, obviously, to replace it. So, definitely going to need to pump those up. May have to enlist the help of one of my neighbor's sons to get in here so I can bleed all the brakes. So, it's very windy out today. So, I'm going to get some brake fluid, fill that up, jack the car up and pop all the wheels off. That way I can bleed all the brake lines, and then we should be good. Fingers crossed.